Now we are starting with making the finger of our robotic hand. First of all, we will make up the phalanges. For this purpose, we are using the line command and then using the extrude. First of all, we are making the tip. For that purpose, we have made an unequal shape, I think so, and then just extruded it. The same purpose was used to make the tip. First of all, my tip was not extruding correctly, so I made it again with some different lengths. And yes, it extruded correctly and our tip is made. Then we are moving towards our first joint. For that purpose, we are using some rectangular shapes and then extruding them according to the size of our frontal phalanges. And now we are making a square inside that rectangle. The purpose of this square is to make a sort of stand by which our phalanges could move only to a limited length. To complete this purpose, we will make some triangles on the top of these rectangles. And then we are making a circle inside our square. So in this way a cylindrical shape is made, which is passed through both of the rectangular joints. Now moving towards the second phalanges. For the second phalanges, we are using the same technique we used for the first one, and we are leaving a little space between the phalanges. The purpose of this space is actually the moment which we would have to do in the next task in Fusion 360. So 2 phalanges have been made and extruded as required. I extruded a little further. Now we are moving towards our third phalanges. We extruded the second phalanges a little bit upward so it could be of the same height as the first one. Now we are moving toward the third joint. For this joint, we just copied the first joint and placed it as a requirement. Actually it was the second joint. Now for the third phalanges, we copied everything and placed them in their place. And now to create the next joint, we repeated the process, and to make a little difference, we just used the scale command and scaled it a little higher. So in this way our one finger has been made, and I took 4 copies of it as per requirement. Then I adjusted all the fingers by the scale command according to the size of different fingers and placed them in the shape of a hand. Then I used the sweep command to make a little extension to the finger, which would help us to connect it towards our palm. I adjusted the fingers a little bit. Then we made another square type rod and connected it to our small finger. And then we are making the thumb using the pre-made fingers and adjusted its position as per requirement. Now we are making a circular structure, which is actually not a structure. It is a circular structure with several points in it. So we made it to connect it to our thumb fingers, which required a cylindrical shape for their moment. First of all, we drew a smaller shape and then enclosed it inside a little larger shape to make a nail type structure. We placed them behind our fingers and rotated them as per requirement of both fingers. Then we used the 3D move command to place everything accordingly. So in this way our hand and some little extension of the fingers, or actually our fingers and some little extensions of them have been made. Now we are making a sort of a blueprint for further structures. First of all, we extended our little finger a little further as per our requirement. Then we have used the line command and the sweep command to make a circular shaped pipe or wire. Now we have made a little bit bigger wire in front of that circular shape. Now we are placing our thumb accordingly. So now we are making a little complex structure. It is a cylindrical shape which would help in the movement of most of the bones. It has been made using the same method I used to make the cylindrical shape. So first of all, it couldn't be extruded perfectly. It had some issues, so I made it again using the same methodology because I tried, but most of the shapes are not present in my cracked or AutoCAD. So we do some shapes according to our requirement. And now it could be extruded as our requirement. Now we have made an irregular shape. I don't know the name of that shape, and we traced its edges so that we could extrude it a little bit downward. In this way we could give it a cylindrical shape, which is our requirement as it was made in the reference diagram. Now we are making a circle in its middle to make a little hollow space or a shallow space inside it as our wheel type structure is made. Now we are placing it in our robotic hand at its place in front of the thumb and connect it to all the fingers. I got a little confused about the thumb, but I then just left it where it was already. We rotated it a little bit as our requirement. And placed it where it would have to be placed. Now we are making a little extensions to our fingers. We are connecting a finger to that cylindrical shape we made already. Now most of our hand has been completed. Only the most important part, the cylindrical shape which would help us to move our entire hand, is remaining. For that purpose we used a circle, a line, and then the sweep command. We made its boundaries which were a little bigger than the whole cylinder using the same method. Now we are making a filleted square to fit inside the center. Now we are using the sweep command, drawing a line in the center and then connected the square to it. In this way we have created a square inside it and scaled it. Then we are using a sphere to make a sphere shaped structure behind that cylinder, and I had to make an envelope of it as it was present in the reference diagram. I tried a bit and then I figured out something. For that purpose we made an other sphere a little bit larger than the already present one, and we cut it into half using the slice command and placed it onto our cylinder. In this way our enveloped cylinder has been made. I joined some lines to that cylinder and then placed some squares behind them. Used the sweep command to make wires or some pipes. Now we are placing all of our structures together. In this way our robotic hand has been made. Now this is the 360 view of our robotic hand using the 2D wireframe. Now moving towards the conceptual view method, and this is the 3D view of our whole robotic hand. I had to draw some envelope around it, but I think that this structure could be moved easily in Fusion 360 if I added an envelope, so it would be hard. Thank you very much.